we are here with UIC senior Cody Bohanek. Cody, after you were drafted yesterday to the Houston Astros organization. But before we get to that, I want to just kind of take you back to the beginning when you were in high school and making your decision about where you were going to continue your college career. Why did you end up choosing to come play at UIC?
First of all, it was local and close. I'm a big family guy and I like my home cooked meals. So, but I mean, we talked to Mike and Mac, and we talked about the new facilities coming in, the turf and the stadium. So, yeah, and it being close to home, I thought it was just a perfect fit.
Now, you were a pretty accomplished football player in high school too, weren't you? Was there any hesitation in the decision to play collegiate baseball versus football or anything to that degree?
It's funny you bring that up because I actually wanted to play football in college, but once this opportunity came up, I thought I couldn't pass it up, so I jumped all over it.
You were pretty reliable and consistent throughout your 4 years here at UIC, but you really kind of elevated a lot of your statistics and had a career year in a lot of ways this year. Was there something that clicked for you, going into your senior year here at UIC?
This summer, I talking to coaches this summer and even the coaches here, and just playing some more. Like learn how guys pitch you and like learn pitches you can drive and just learn more about the game. So I really took a step forward this summer going away in the Northwoods, and definitely helped me out coming in this year.
What's your fondest memory, or maybe a couple memories from your time here at UIC?
I think my favorite memory has to be this past season after we beat Wright State in the conference championship. Just we talk about wanting to get to a regional and winning a conference championship, and it took us 4 years to do it. But once it happened, it was just a dream come true and one of the goals accomplished, and it was just surreal. I mean, it didn't really hit me until the next week when we came in for practice. So that has to be easily the best moment.
What did it mean to you as a senior that was able to, be one of the veteran guys on this team that was able to get the program back to an NCAA regional for the first time since 2008?
It means a lot to me, just because these younger guys get to experience it and get a little taste of it, and hopefully it drives them to want to get back there. But then again, for the seniors like Jack, who's a fifth-year guy who has never had the opportunity to get there, just how close we've come over the years, and just we've all wanted that one common goal to get to a regional. So I mean, just to help everyone else get there, just means a lot.
What's one piece of advice that you would leave for your current teammates that you're leaving now, and people that might come into this program in the future?
I mean, don't take anything for granted. Like with Mickey McDonald last year, who had a blood clot, who thought his baseball career might be over. You never know when your last day is going to come up. So, like even waiting in the draft, you don't know if your name's going to get called. So just don't take anything for granted. Bust your butt day in and day out, and see where it takes you.
Let's talk about the draft process a little bit. When did it start to set in for you that maybe this dream that I'm sure you've had for as long as you've been playing baseball could indeed become a reality?
I really try not to focus on it at all during the year. Like I said, our one main goal was to get to a regional, and then whatever else happened after that happened. So, kind of once we got to a regional, and once I was contacted. So, once that started happening, things kind of sunk in and kind of opened my eyes to what could happen.
So then, what was this week like? Were you monitoring the draft, pick for pick? Were you kind of just waiting to hear if someone was going to give you a call and say, "Hey, we selected you"? What was that like?
So I mean, we played with some guys like Dalton Varsho in the summer too, and there were some other teammates. So I was watching basically the whole draft, waiting to see if some of our buddies' names were called, and then if our teammates' names were called, and then hopefully if mine was called. So I was definitely following it and watching it, and was excited for everyone.
What was that specific moment like when your name was called by the Houston Astros?
I actually was not listening. I was watching TV after I just had lunch, and like I said, I was like, if something happens, it happens. If not, it wasn't meant to be, whatever. So I found out from one of our teammates, Charlie Cerny, sent a text to the group chat. So it was, and I heard my dad upstairs yelling. So and I got the call, and it was, like I said, just completely surreal. And I mean, it'll probably sink in once I'm getting ready to get on a flight and leave. But it was unreal, just a true dream come true.
So you were one of 6 UIC players to be drafted this year. That's the most ever, not only in history of this program, but for any Horizon League team. And I know that you're especially close with David Cronin and Mickey McDonald, two of your close friends who got drafted. What was that moment like? With the three of you when you kind of were like, whoa, we're all have a chance to be professional baseball players.
So once Mickey and Dave's name were called, we're all super excited in a group chat. And then once I was lucky enough to have my name called, we were all talking about how we have to get together. So Dave found out that he has to leave today at noon. So we were like, all right, we gotta figure out a way to all meet up again. So actually Mickey hopped on a train, picked him up from Midway, and went over to David's to see each other for one last time. But it was, once we saw each other, I mean, I almost had tears coming up. So, I mean, just all three of us coming in together, and then all of us being able to leave together and just create those lifelong memories and friendships. So it meant a lot.
So what's the next step in your process now? What have the Astros told you that you're going to be doing, or where you're going to be going?
I'm heading out Saturday or Sunday, and I believe I'm going to right outside of Albany to play for the Tri-City Valley Cats, I think. So find out more flight information in a little bit, but basically all I know for now. So.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and best of luck in your baseball career, Cody.
I appreciate it. Thank you.